What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tania Bright. I am a student astrologer, a mystic, and a tarot reader. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing your April 2020 predictions. The tarot readings are timeless though. Whenever you stumble upon them is when you're supposed to receive this message. So don't feel discouraged if it's not April anymore. I am going to be doing things a little bit differently. I do want to incorporate some astrology into these month ahead readings. So we are going to be talking about your sun sign and where that's transiting your chart. I also quickly kind of want to talk about Saturn being in Aquarius right now because I feel like it's very relevant since we have this pandemic going on. Saturn is a very innovative energy. It's all about the collective. It's all about bringing forth new ideas. It's a rebellious sign too, so usually it's about changing things for the better. And then we have Saturn, its home sign, which is about law, structure, boundaries, and resetting the status quo. Also really challenging our philosophy and our values as a collective and how we are attached, I guess, to like material things. For a lot of us, our material lifestyle changed since a lot of us are out of work right now or, might not be covered by our jobs. A lot of us are also forced to be at home with our families right now. We aren't able to go out due to quarantine. So there's a lot of change going on socially, and I feel like we're really lucky to have Aquarius in its home sign of Saturn right now because it's an energy that really brings forth new ideas after a point of destruction. It really is an energy that brings up the collective. Quarantine right now is really forcing a new social culture, and it's also kind of making us face a lot of, I don't want to say problems, but a lot of issues that we might have ignored in the home life. It's really forcing a lot of introspection right now since a lot of us are, we have a lot more time on our hands. We're spending a lot more time in isolation. So it's forcing this level of introspection. So a lot of us are able to really dive deep within ourselves and ask us, am I in the right place right now? Am I doing what am I doing something that truly fulfills me on a soul level? Aquarius is a very emotionally detached sign, so I feel like a lot of us too are having hard times sort of connecting with people on that level. But with all of this energy being accompanied by the double one, so rat year and Aries season, there's a lot of newness here as well. So I feel like this combination of energies is really kind of putting us in a place to find what's meant for us, to find what truly feeds our soul. It's bringing in a lot of new hobbies for people, a lot of new ideas, a new approach to social cultures, social structures, and whatnot. It's a lot of uncharted territory. I almost feel like the universe threw us this curved ball so we can sort of restructure our lives. Does that make sense? Even the government itself, I feel like, is restructuring. And a lot of astrologers predicted this back when Saturn was actually in Capricorn. They were saying social structures would fall and that we would have a new way of life. So I really want to just remind you guys to be brave and fearless during this time of adversity and really try to find the bright side of things. I know that's difficult, but there are always there's always a light to the darkness. There's always a bright side to things. So try to find the beauty within the chaos. Since a lot of us are so limited in terms of resources, is really going to teach us how to use the resources that we do have to its utmost value. And I think that's a lesson that we needed as a society. We have become super attached to having more and more and more that we sort of set it up for ourselves to never feel like we have enough. So really, as a society, we're forced to kind of face our attachments to our routines, to our goals, because a lot of that got, shaken up and maybe disrupted during this time. This is really sort of challenging our philosophy on material gains in specific and how we use that and what we do with that. So I feel like when we come out of quarantine, which a lot of astrologers are predicting might happen in May when Saturn dips back into Capricorn, I feel like we are going to sort of be tested here by the universe on what lessons did we learn during this pandemic. Are we going to step out of this pandemic as a society who, learned that we have to share, that we are only as strong as our weakest links, that everyone deserves health care, everyone deserves paid time off when they're sick, everyone deserves a roof over their heads. As a society, we should see this almost as like a reset period. Who are we when we come out of quarantine? It was really just brought to light how selfish we can be as a society when we were like clearing out all the shelves of like toilet paper and whatnot. I think it really showed us, like, as a society, what we would do in times of like chaos and adversity and scary times. And I feel like that's something to take note of, because if we were to continue that during like an apocalypse or whatever, we wouldn't survive. It would be a dog eat dog world. We would separate. We wouldn't know how to stand together. And I feel like that is a key lesson to learn here, is how can we stand together as a society. Also, with us being in Aries season, especially quarantine during Aries season, I feel like it's really important for us to figure out ways how to exert energy, because Aries is a very energetic sign. So I feel like a lot of us might have like our sleep patterns turned, like kind of like thrown off, or like we might even have a harder time falling asleep than usual. So I feel like this isn't a time to kind of like sit here and sulk in laziness and lethargicness. I feel like we have to find ways to exert this energy that Aries season is blessing us with. So hard work, work on your careers, work on your goals. This is a good time to exercise. This is a good time to try to eat right and do right by your body. All right, so that was my little spiel on this sort of pandemic, which I didn't want to ignore. Let's go ahead and get into these readings. So I calculated what house the sun is transiting for you based on your rising sign. So when I do talk about that, do watch it for your rising sign, but you're more than welcome to watch it for your moon, sun, and Mercury as well. What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your tarot reading. So like I said previously, I'm going to talk about what houses the sun is transiting right now. So midway through April, I think it's April 20th, I have to double check, I will note it somewhere, but midway through April, we go from Aries to Taurus, so the sun will be transiting multiple houses. And for you, Capricorn, it is going to be transiting your 4th house and then going to your 5th house by the end of the month. So let's talk about what sun is in astrology first. Sun is your outward personality, it's your soul, it's your career, it represents your father, your ego, and wherever it sits in the house, it sort of acts as like a flashlight and illuminates that house. So that's why I think it's important when I'm doing these month ahead readings that I talk about where the sun is transiting. So for you, it is going to be transiting your 4th house and your 5th house. So let's talk about what the 4th house and the 5th house is. So your 4th house is your home life, your private life, your roots. It can represent your mother. It could also represent like your subconscious thought process, and it also represents like your emotional security. And then we have your 5th house, which represents your creativity. It represents play, casual romance and sex, entertainment, social media. So for you, Capricorn, I feel like this is really a time for you to sort of focus on the inner child. Like, I feel you're going to be doing a lot of inner child work. I think there's also going to be a lot of focus on understanding your family roots and how that has formed you to who you are now as an adult. 4th house is a water sign. It's typically the home sign of Cancer. So I feel as though this is going to be quite an emotional month for you, as well as an intuitive month. I think you will be making a lot of decisions based on your emotional intelligence and your intuition. I also feel like you're going to be learning a lot about yourself through play, through casual romance, through sort of exploring life. There's like this energy of adventure here for Capricorn, or just playfulness for Capricorn. And I know, that's kind of difficult with the pandemic going on right now, but I feel like there's a way to do that for you online. There's a way to do that, with the people that you do have in your house. I feel like it's really important to kind of like awaken that inner child in you, because you guys are very calculative, serious, goal-oriented people. So I feel like, this is a good time to sort of let yourself play while still working, using this energy of the inner child and understanding your roots, understanding your home life, understanding your pleasures and what entertains you, using that to sort of make working a little bit easier, not as serious, and enjoying life a bit more because of this energy. It's almost like a balancing act here for you guys. You guys will be rather creative too in how you go about your work and how you go about your goals, and you will go about them in a much more intuitive fashion as well, which is, I think, a new idea for you guys. I think you guys definitely rely more so on your intelligence more so than your intuition. And since your sun is sort of sitting in a water house right now, I feel as though you guys are going to be really good at manifesting. You guys are already, I've been saying this forever, that Capricorns are super good at manifesting, but I feel like right now you guys are going to be extra good at manifesting, and I think you're very supported in what you manifest, especially if it has to do with career-related things. So yeah, Capricorn, that's it for your astrology rundown and what house the sun is transiting. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot reading. Alright, what's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your tarot reading. So let's go ahead and jump right in. For this reading, I am going to be pulling oracle cards, moonology cards, tarot cards, and confirmation cards for you. So let's start off with the oracle cards. This is going to show us what your central theme is, what energies you might be dealing with this month, what energies you might even have to body this month, or if anything is hindering you, like any energies are hindering you, that'll also pop up this month, or with this deck. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm super excited for you guys this month. Let's see. What's going on with Capricorn for April 2020? April 2020 for our Capricorns. There's 1, 2, 3. All right, I want more. I'm gonna give it another pass. Beautiful. Ooh, cards are flying everywhere. Okay, all right. Wow, very contradictory energies. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, so we have solar plexus chakra, conflict and defeat, destiny, light, new beginnings, beautiful, victory and success, sacral chakra, disruption, and spiritual union. Let's talk about it. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just meditating on this. All right, so let's talk about spiritual union. I feel like that truly is coming because of the sun transiting your 4th house. So I feel, like I said, there was a lot of inner child work being done, a lot of shadow side work being done. So I feel like the spiritual union is truly within yourself, within your subconscious and your conscious, like the yin and yang's energies in you, the divine masculine and divine feminine energies in you, all really coming together to make you feel a lot more whole. All right, and then I have disruption and conflict and defeat. So I do feel as though there might be some type of conflict or disruption, or I mean there already is with this pandemic, but maybe something more than that, maybe something within the home that really drives a new beginning. Okay, I don't feel as though this conflict and disruption works against you, because we have victory and success here. So I feel like it works for you. It drives this new beginning, and it's a destined conflict and disruption. It's a pivot point, essentially, is what it is. I also have sacral plexus here and solar plexus. I'm not the best at chakras, so I'm not going to get into that, but you're more than welcome to look that up. I highly suggest you do. We also have light here as well. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of illumination, maybe in regards to truths for you, in regards to what path you should take next, maybe even a lot of attention on you, like spotlight energy I'm picking up on. But yeah, so that's it for the oracle cards. Let's go ahead and jump into the moonology cards. Okay. Moonology messages for our Capricorns, please, for April. Ooh, that was a horrible shuffle. For April 2020. Moonology messages for Capricorn. Moonology messages for Capricorn. Alright. 1, 2. Those are your Moonology messages. All right, let's read them. So, I have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And a win-win outcome is forecasted, full moon in Libra. Wonderful. I like this. Communication is key. I feel like really communicating with your family right now and your friends is important for your growth as well. A time to give rather than take. I don't think this is a time to be selfish. This is a time to focus on you. Yes, you do have this inner child work to do, but I also feel like this is a time to maybe help out other people. If you see people struggling during this pandemic, help them out, because I think you're going to get a lot of good karma back for it. And it was 444 as I said that, so just, you know, letting you know there was a little bit of a number sign there. And then I have a win-win outcome is forecasted, so I feel as though you do come out of this month super victorious, feeling a lot better about yourself, feeling a lot more whole. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot messages in here. So all my cards are upright. If any of them come out in reverse, I will read the reversal, but we're just going to give them all a chance to be upright first. All right, tarot messages for our Capricorns, please. Tarot messages for our Capricorns. All right, let's get into it. First week of April for Capricorn. What's going on? First week of April for Capricorn. Ooh, there's our first week. Second week of April for Capricorn, please. Second week of April for Capricorn. Ooh, my hands are feeling super weird right now. Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow, strength card coming up again, third week. Came up in third week for Taurus as well. All right. Fourth week for Capricorn, fourth week. What's going on fourth week for our Caps? Wow. Okay. I'm going to put these guys out as our fourth week. And then we are going to, you kind of have like a extra kind of like central card here. We're going to put that to the side. Whoa! When did the Hermit card pop out? All right, we're going to keep both of these cards out. They're meant to be here. So we'll talk about these cards after. I feel like they're sort of extra central themes for you. But let's talk about this spread. It's already looking interesting, Capricorn. So first week we have Four of Pentacles with Justice. Oh my God, so much Libra energy here. Scales, scales. Okay. Then I have Two of Swords, your second week, with the Six of Pentacles. Then I have Strength being written down by Two of Wands, Four of Swords with the Lovers, and then these two extra cards we will get into after this spread. So the fourth week, I feel as though you are going to really be dealing with maybe security. I'm getting some of you are going to be dealing perhaps with security in the home, so emotional security or financial security in the home. Or a lot of you kind of have to make this choice the second week, and you know you have to make this choice the second week, but you're being quite stubborn on it. Another thing I'm getting with that Four of Pentacles is stubbornness, okay? And then our second week, we have a crossroads energy here, a decision to make with the Two of Swords. And with the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like you have to make this decision in a balanced way, all right? And that would also make a lot of sense too, that we have this card, a win-win outcome is forecasted. Okay, I think you have to make a decision that, like the right decision is a decision that is best for everybody. All right, so that is sort of a theme going on here for you guys, which is interesting. It might have to be it might have to be in regards to your home, or your mom, or just like emotional it's going to be a very emotional decision to make with that sun transiting your 4th house going to 5th house. So towards the end of the month, you can see some more of the 5th house themes popping up. We have strength with two of rods. So I feel like as this means, like, when you do make the decision, be strong about it. Try not to beat yourself up over it. Try not to be too much in your head, and don't complicate it too much. Okay, 4th house is the house of Cancer, and like I was saying earlier, you're going to move through this month using your intuition and your emotions. So I feel like it's really important to not overcomplicate the solution or the answer to this crossroads. All right, and then the last week here, we have the Lover's energy with the 4 of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, this Lover's energy is kind of backing up the spiritual union card, where it's like union within yourself. Also, I want to note, I feel like this really is clarifies our disruption card. Like, this whole first half of the month is where the disruption plays in. But anyway, then the last half, or the last half of the month, and this last week in particular, you do have a union coming up. So whether that is a union within yourself and your own divine and masculine, feminine energies, or a union with another. But either way, there's also this period of like resting. This shouldn't be a union that disrupts us anymore. We had that, so now it's time to sort of rest up, regroup. So I feel as though this union is more within the self and more about regrouping, okay? But since it is moving into the 5th house, house of casual romance and entertainment and play, it could be no surprise that you have some suitors here. Let's see what these last cards were. So we have Hermit and 8 of Rods. So I feel as though momentum really picks up for you this month. I feel like there's a lot of introspection going on this month. Maybe a lot of time alone this month. Despite your sun being in the 5th house, I think you guys do spend quite a bit of time alone still, trying to understand, trying to learn yourselves. And I think that's what really pushes the momentum and really picks things up for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some confirmation cards in here. What a crazy, crazy month. You know what? Let's just be crazy. Let's just confirm this Lover's card, because I know we want it. So I'm going to pull Baby Tarot. I'm going to give it a little shuffle. These cards are really hard to shuffle because they're so tiny. Let's just get some confirmation, just for funsies. Please confirm the Lovers. Whoa. All right. 3 cards fell. Let me get the one on the floor. Wow. Wow. Hermit again. This union is within yourself. Then we have Queen of Cups and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So I feel like Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Cups with the Hermit. I feel like this Lover's energy truly is union within yourself for some of you. If some of you get into a casual romance, okay, sorry, I was wrong. But based on what tarot says, it seems as though this Lover's energy really is a union within the self. And that makes a lot of sense if you were doing a lot of, work on the inner child, work on your roots, and how that has affected you now as an adult. Okay, Queen of Cups too is just giving yourself the utmost amount of love. I feel like Queen of Cups to me is like that emotional, loving energy that is sort of untoppable. And Knight of Pentacles to me means I feel like this is going, Knight of Pentacles when it's upright to me means it's like a slow and steady progress. So when it's in reverse, I feel like that just really confirms our 8 of Rods energy that, momentum is going to pick up for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some confirmation cards in here for you, Capricorn. Confirmation. Ooh. Confirmation for Capricorn, April 2020. Ooh. Alright, so here is your confirmation. Let's see what's going on here. First card we have is Seven of Ariel, it says you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. I have perspective here. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. I have Six of Raphael. It says embrace your inner child, confirming all the inner child work I was talking about. New friends and rekindled relationships, children of childhood. That really also confirms all the fifth house, fourth house energy going on. Then I have new beginnings here again. So we have new beginnings twice, Capricorn. New beginnings twice. So it says starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So again, confirming that you are going to spend time the first month really reviewing your roots and your home life. Then I have the Chariot here, so it says determination and self-control, career advancement, knowledge, acknowledgement of others. So I feel like that really confirms our Eight of Rods energy of just things, moving forward after this moment of introspection and inner child work and revisiting your roots. And yeah, alright, so that's it for your tarot reading, Capricorn. I really hope this resonated with you. Comment down below if this resonated the most with your sun, moon, rising, or Mercury. And yeah, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more tarot readings. Thank you so much for clicking on this, and I will see you in my next video.